To wherever you are. We will start our webinar in about 5 minutes, but we have prepared a fun question for you to start. So feel free to take a guess, or maybe you know the answers, and do the polling now. We will give you the answer once we start the webinar. So for now, enjoy and enjoy the little quiz. Thank you. For those of you who are just coming to our webinar, we will start shortly, sharp at 11 a.m., but we have prepared a fun question. So try your luck and see if you know the answer to this question about the city of Pilsen. If you don't worry, we will answer it throughout the webinar. But for now, please try to take a guess at least. Okay, so we have about 1 minute left to start the webinar. So I will probably take this time to introduce everybody whom you are seeing on the screen. You see quite a few presenters right now. So let me introduce them to you and tell you what the webinar will look like, what the flow will be. So my name is Michaela Claudino. I'm the Director of Czech Tourism Office in New York, and it's my great pleasure today to welcome my colleagues from the city of Plzeň. We have a few presenters with us, and they are logging in from the city of Plzeň, so we're very happy they were able to make it. We have Sylvia Burešová, who's the representative of the city of Plzeň and its marketing team. We have Anna Gajerová, who will talk about a very unique architectural gem in the city of Plzeň. We have Mr. Jan Engler, who will tell you about the freedom celebrations in Plzeň. And we have Mr. Ivan Rollinger, who will talk about the Patton Memorial. So I'm really happy that we are here to present the amazing city of Plzeň to you. And I can't forget my dear colleague and friend Radka Křížek, who's our PR manager and is based with me in New York. So without any further ado, our webinar will probably be a little different than what you used to. We will have about 30 minutes of presentations, and the people I just presented to you will be the one taking you on a tour of Plzeň, I'm sorry. And the last 30 minutes or 20 minutes, we will be transferring you to the city of Plzeň, because we will have our live virtual tour of the famous Pilsen brewery. So we will do our magic, and with little help of Zoom, we will all go to see the brewery in Plzeň. We will keep you posted throughout the webinar how to join, and I will be repeating and sending you the information. So hopefully it will all work out. So now, without any further ado, again, good afternoon, good morning to all our partners from all over the world. I know that you're mostly logging in from North America, but I know we have some colleagues from different parts of the world. And again, we're very happy that you're interested in the Czech Republic, and that you're really eager to learn about probably the most American city in the Czech Republic, which is the city of Plzeň or Pilsner. At the very beginning, we posted a question, and the question will be answered as soon as my colleague from the Pilsen Tourism will start her presentation. Now I will take the floor and start with a little bit of introduction about the Czech Republic, because my job is to promote the whole country. So let me just start my brief presentation. As you know, Czech Republic is a small country in Central Europe. I always start my presentation with this slide because some people very often say Czechoslovakia, some people say Czechia, some people don't know what the official name of the country is. So I like to put things straight from the very beginning. So the country Czechoslovakia split in 1993 into two, which is now Czech Republic and Slovakia. But Czech Republic can be also often called Czechia. So both names, Czech Republic and Czechia, are correct and are used when you do your bookings to our part of the world. As I said, Czech Republic is in Central Europe, and when we're talking about the current situation and the COVID numbers, etc., I mean, the situation is very fluid. Czech Republic is slowly coming out of a lockdown. So the cases are dropping, but the country is still closed for international travel. We are part of the European Union, so this is one of the best websites that you can have as travel advisors to follow what is going on in Europe, because this website gives you information about opening, closing, what are the requirements to travel to Europe, etc. When the country will open, really hard to say. I don't have that answer right now, but I assume we will go along with the whole European Union opening. So maybe this summer, but I'm really not sure. We'll see how it goes. Czech Republic, as I said, is part of the European Union. We're members of the Schengen zone. It's a small country, roughly 10.5 million people, the size of South Carolina. The capital city is Prague. Although we're members of the European Union, we're not using euros yet. We're using Czech crowns, which is actually good news because the dollar stretches a little bit further. We rank among 10 safest countries in the world. So Czech Republic is really a great country to visit. We have 5 international airports, the largest one being the one in Prague, but you can very easily get to the Czech Republic via Vienna, Germany, etc. So we're really, as you can see, located in the middle of Europe. We like to say Central Europe, not Eastern Europe anymore. And it's a good starting point to explore the whole region. And as I said, my job is to promote the whole country. So although today we will be talking about Plzeň, I just want to show the map of the Czech Republic. This is the location in Europe. You see we're bordering with Poland, Germany, Austria, and Slovakia. Prague is right here. Plzeň is right here, so not far from Prague. And these are the other parts of the country that we usually recommend for the North American market to explore. We will have a series. This is part of our series of webinars presenting different regions. So we will talk more in depth about some other regions in the following months. Czech Republic is incredibly diverse. We have 14 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. We have more than 2,000 castles and chateaus, great hiking, biking. We have amazing spas, but of course we have the amazing beer and the amazing city of Plzeň. And as I said, Plzeň is probably the most American city, not probably, it is the most American city in the Czech Republic, and you will learn why. I think it's a very interesting history, and it's an amazing place to visit and to stop by. So with the last slide, just want to say that our office is based in New York. It's quite small. It's just myself and my colleague Radka Křížek. We are pretty much nonstop on email and phone. So if you need anything, you know where to find us, and we will be happy to assist you. But now let's move to Plzeň, and let's hear my colleagues from the city of Plzeň. And I'm really excited to welcome them and give them the floor to introduce you to this amazing town. So Sylvie, please, the floor is yours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, Michaela, for giving me the word. So let me just put once again the slide with the fountains and say what the right answer was. So the right answer was B. Angel, greyhound, and camel are a part of the city emblem, so the fountains symbolize them. It was the least voted question. The most voted was obviously beer, cake, and tap. But it's the greyhound, angel, and camel. So just take a moment to put on my presentation about Pilsen. Yeah, I will just put it on the beginning quickly. And it's done. So hello everybody from Pilsen, Czech Republic. My name is Sylvia, and I would like to introduce you the city and the region I live in and have the luck to also work for. If you have any questions during the presentation, please ask them in Q&A, and we will respond them as soon as possible during the webinar. So let's get to it. Pilsen and Pilsen region, as you can see from the map, is located in the western part of Czech Republic, approximately 90 kilometers far away from Prague. There is a highway connecting Prague and Pilsen, so it takes about 1 hour of comfortable ride by car to get here, or 1 hour and 15 minutes by train or a bus, which goes regularly every hour from there. Unfortunately, there is no international airport. The closest one is in Prague or Munich in Germany, from where also goes a direct train to Pilsen. The population of Pilsen is about 180,000 inhabitants, which makes Pilsen the fourth largest city of the Czech Republic. After Prague, which is the first one, then Brno, Ostrava, Pilsen is the fourth. I bet that what comes to your mind first when you hear Pilsen is beer. No wonder about that, because Pilsen is a birthplace of the worldwide known lager beer, Pilsner Urquell. At this moment, I won't tell you much about the beer tradition. I will keep it a secret for some moment, because as you probably know from the invitation and from what Michaela said at the beginning. At the end of our presentation, you will be taken to a live virtual tour directly to the brewery, and the guide there will tell you more about it directly from the source. Unfortunately, online you won't be able to smell and taste the beer, but there is one pretty good reason to come to Pilsen as soon as possible. But what else has Pilsen to offer? When you look at the picture below in the presentation, you can see a wonderful historical old town of Pilsen with marvelous architecture. In the middle, you can see Pilsen main Republic Square, which is dominated by the Gothic-style San Bartolomeu Cathedral, which was built in the 16th century. And it also has the highest church tower in the Czech Republic. Its height is 102 meters. And of course, you can go to the top if you're not afraid. While taking a walk around the old town, you will discover a bunch of historical homes. And also, let me show you a picture, the Great Synagogue, which is the fifth largest synagogue in the world. And also local restaurants, coffee shops, and cafes, and the nearby park and so-called green belt of gardens are truly enjoyable place to sit down and have a beer or a coffee and just relax in the city center. There is always something going on. Events and festivals of all kinds are held here all year round, which I would say is a remained of when Pilsen was European Capital of Culture in 2015, which is already 6 years ago, but till today, there remain many cultural centers, like the one you can see on the picture in the right upper corner, which is Depot 2015. It's a former industrial depot of buses, and now it serves as a place for culture, for theater, concerts, festivals, markets, and so on. What's very important to say is that Pilsen city center is not super overcrowded with tourists, also in normal times. When you walk around the city center, you can meet mostly local people who still work and also live in the city center. So that's very nice. But a very unique tradition of Czech Republic is puppeteering, which is also listed in UNESCO. And Pilsen has a huge tradition in puppeteering. There is a puppet museum you can visit on the main square in the city center, or also in the evening you can visit some puppet theater and watch a play, original play with puppets. Maybe you recognize most known Czech puppets, Spable and Hurvínek, on the picture on the right. And many kids in the Czech Republic love them. What's also nice to recommend is the wonderful surrounding of Pilsen, the Pilsen region. If you decide to visit Czech Republic, after some time in the city, you can surely wander and spend a lot of time in the surrounding nature too. Just for information, the whole region has the same size as Delaware in the US. And here in the picture, you can see a beautiful castle, Rabí. And the background mountains are Šumava Mountains, located on the southwest of Pilsner region on the border with Germany. In the region, among many other things, you can visit some truly unique gems of Baroque and other architectural styles. The region is full of magical castles and small chateaus, like, for example, this one, Kasper Castle, which is the most highly located royal castle in the Czech Republic. Or the second one is Rabí, which in historical times was a place where many great battles were held. Interesting fact for history lovers of the medieval Czech history is that Hasaid Jan Žižka lost his second eye in a battle at this castle. Then what we have next is Velhartice Castle, known as one of the most romantic places in the Czech Republic, with a very unique Gothic bridge with very, very rare old construction. And because there are many, as I said, Baroque monuments, the region really enhances the tradition of it. Every year there is a huge summer Baroque festival held in almost every Baroque monument. It happens also, for example, in Mariánská Tynice, one of the most beautiful complex Baroque building by famous architect Santini, and also in other Baroque gems by Santini like Kladruby Monastery or Magnetin Chateau, with these beautiful Baroque styled ladies in front of it. And all of these are possible to visit, and they have guided tours for public all year round. So I could show you many, many more beautiful pictures of Pilsen and the region, but we are unfortunately slowly getting to the end of my presentation. And I just want to sum up some useful information for you. If you are planning your trip, looking, for example, for accommodation, it is best if you look at our websites where we have a whole list of various tips for convenient places. But what I want to emphasize is that the best thing is to contact me or my colleagues anytime, and we can help you personally with booking, give you good advice and other services. And we do this free of charge. It is our task to help you with planning your stay. We can also provide you with information materials free of charge, such as maps, brochures, etc. Anything. You can find our B2B catalog here in the webinar in the handouts. So you can download it and everything here is listed. And there are also contact emails and websites. So thank you for your attention. Questions to be answered in the Q&A. And I pass my word to my colleague Anna and her Adolf Loos interiors presentation. So thank you.
So, hello from Pilsen one more time. My name is Anna and I would like to introduce you the world famous architect Adolf Loos and his work in Pilsen. For Pilsen, the apartments by Adolf Loos are literally a gem hidden behind the walls of otherwise ordinary houses. In Pilsen, we have the honor that there are up to 13 Loos realizations, which is the second largest number after Vienna. To date, 8 interiors have been preserved and 3 of them are actually accessible to public on guided tours. And so you can perceive the atmosphere of Loos interiors better and enjoy their uniqueness. We will now virtually move to one of the Loos apartments. So now I'm switching to a video and I wish you a nice experience.
Hello and welcome in one of Pilsen apartments by Adolf Loos. Now I'm standing in the interior of apartment of Štěpánka and Josef Vogel. Adolf Loos designed this interior for young family in 1928. but it's surprising that it had already been the second Loos realization in this space, because in 1907 Adolf Loos designed here the interior for the family of Otto Beck, but Becks were rented this apartment because the whole building was owned by the family of Friedlers, and when Friedler's daughter Stepanka got married with Joseph Vogel, Beck family moved their interior to another apartment, and Adolf Loos designed a very new interior independent on the previous design here. Unfortunately, only living room and the dining room preserved, and other parts of the apartment were distracted due to the conversion of the whole building to office space for public administration. Today, the building, including the apartment by Adolf Loos, is owned by the city of Pilsen. But let's talk more about Adolf Loos. Adolf Loos brought many new ideas to architecture, and this is why he is considered the founder of modern concept in architecture, and at the same time he is one of the most famous architects of the first half of 20th century. He is characterized by the rejection of decorativism and by the using of concept of round plan, which makes the interior a complex and naturally connected space. For Adolf Loos, it's typical that he work with natural materials very often, because he came from the stonemasons family, and he had good knowledge of function and use of wood and marble. And in his apartments we can find many various types of wood and marble, which creates a very luxurious and cozy spaces for his wealthy clients. For example, in this living room, we can see that the walls are covered by the cherry wood, and at front of the living room there is a fireplace tiled by red-colored bricks and lined with a marble. Above the fireplace there is a mirror, and together with the fireplace it is in axial symmetry with the front of the dining room, where is a buffet and also the mirror above it. And the mutual mirroring illuminates the whole space and creates an impression of a seemingly infinite space. And this effect, together with axial symmetry, is one of the most typical elements in Adolf Loos' work. What is another typical element of Adolf Loos' work is his play with light and his masterful using to make an interior a very pleasant space with pleasant atmosphere. For example, he was able to adjust the intensity of natural light by using colored curtains, as you can see here, and this making the penetrating light softer and more pleasant. Even the lighting was chosen very, very cleverly, because As you can see in this room, Adolf Loos didn't use any central light, but for every part of the room, the light was were chosen very specifically. It's next typical thing for Adolf Loos. As you can observe in this room, in living room, he was able to divide one room in more multiple functional space. For example, this corner is for relaxation, for rest, with very comfortable sofa and seating furniture. On the other side, there is a working space with desk, and next to it, we have a play corner for games and other activities. Adolf Loos was also very skillful furniture designer. One of his most famous pieces is this armchair called a Knieschwimmer, made to measure for every client according to his height. And it's extremely comfortable. If you want to try it, come to Pilsen. And another interesting piece of furniture is this chair called Texas chair, which seemingly narrow backrests served very effectively, but you just need to know how to sit on it properly. I can try it like here. And it could be really, really effective sitting. If you want to experience Adolf Loos interiors personally in Pilsen, you can visit three realizations included in 2 guided tours every weekend, and several times in year we open to public also 2 still unreconstructed apartments. So it's almost all for this moment, but I would like to say one more thing. When you are in Pilsen, remember that the great treasures are often hidden where you wouldn't expect it, and visit Loos interiors. Stay safe and see you in Pilsen.
Okay, thank you for watching and for your attention. If you have some question, please put it to Q&A. And now I pass the word to Mr. Jan Engler, who will tell you more about Liberation Festival. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the word. Once again, well, good afternoon from sunny Pilsen. I really appreciate you joined this presentation. I will give you some basic information regarding the Liberation Festival Pilsen. So probably you may know that Pilsen was liberated May 6, 1945 by the US Third Army led by General Patton, which entered to Pilsen to liberate Czech people who lived like 6 years under the occupation from Nazi Germany. So still today, the locals remember these events and they remain immensely grateful to the US Army. Unfortunately, we experienced some 40 years under the communist regime. In these years, we were told that Pilsen was liberated by the Soviet army that were wearing just the American uniforms. This changed in 1990, where for the very first time after the fall of communist regime, we could honor the liberators and the heroes who came from United States, and even part of the army of General Patton was made by Belgians who joined the army in 1945. So each year, it is the beginning of May. You may attend our annual Liberation Festival Pilsen, which commemorates these events. The festival lasts usually several days, includes many military and historical events. You may listen to, for example, original Dixieland jazz. For this year, based on the valid pandemic restrictions, we will go only online. So there will be online studio broadcasting. For example, you would listen to Pilsen Philharmonic. We have a special, unique song, which is the third performance of General Patton's March, conducted by Chukei Iwasaki. You may listen even to the composition like A Rhapsody in Blue by George Gershwin, Symphony number 9, New World by Antonín Dvořák. So there are many, many more for this year's online studio. We came up with a new idea. We pre-recorded a documentary series In the Traces of Liberation with famous Czech actor. You would always find some information regarding the living history clubs. We have interviews with the liberators. That means we'll get into live connection with them, or they will just send us greetings. This year's, unfortunately, we can't arrange the big convoy of vintage military vehicles, convoy of liberty. That's why we decided to make a huge flypast of modern and military planes over Pilsen. Each year, these several days are attended by 100,000 of people who come from all around the world. And maybe for more information, you may watch us on www.slavnostisvobody.cz. I will put this information in chat if you are interested after or in the Q&As. You may watch us on Facebook, Slavnosti Svobody or Revelation Festival, Pilsen.eu or Plzeň 2015. For a better idea, I will play now a short video with the vibrant atmosphere of the year 1945.
No difference if it's sweet or hot. Just give that rhythm everything you got. No, it don't mean a thing.
So, a big must regarding the Liberation Festival. is a special museum which is based in Pilsen, founded in 2005. And now I will give a word to a colleague of us, a friend of us, and curator of Pet Memorial Pilsen, Ivan Erlinger.
Welcome to the Pet Memorial Pilsen Museum, which is dedicated to the liberation of city of Pilsen on May 6, 1945 by 16th Armored Division, the liberation of Western and Southwestern Bohemia, and World War II in Europe. The museum is permanent memory of the liberators and honors the name of General George Smith Patton, who commanded the 10th American Army. Many units landed in Omaha Beach, in Utah Beach, in Normandy, June 6, 1945, and these units and involved in all region. Pilsen, city of Pilsen, was last big town of liberated American Army. Welcome to museum. My name is Ivan Erlinger, and I'm curator of the Pet Memorial Pilsen, and a long-time collector of World War II military and a researcher of the history of World War II, and especially collector of the 2nd Infantry Indian Head Division. My grandmother was told the dance of Boogie Boogie and tell me about American soldiers in Spain, 1945. I was 5 years old. This is original overseas cap from General Patton. It's his signature. It's a gift from Patton's family and Brian LaViolette Foundation. Milestone, its name, Liberty Road. It's a gift from Airborne Museum from Sainte-Marie-en-Greece. Sainte-Marie-en-Greece was first town in Normandy in France, liberated American Army in June 1945. We have inside in display many artifacts from battlefields, from Europe, from Czechoslovakia. This is town, city of Cheb. And in this place, many gifts from American and Belgian veterans, and of course from private collection. This is the second overseas cap for General Patton. This gift from 2005 year. We opened this museum. Personal items and many items from this area. It's Belgian gifts because 17 Belgian battalion liberated small town Holíšov near Pilsen. The city of Pilsen and all regions still remember American and Belgian soldiers during the Liberation Festival in May. In the Patton Memorial Pilsen Museum is always part of the big program. We are largely visited by foreign tourists from the European Union and the United States and families of veterans and survivors and of airmen and soldiers who were killed in action in Europe during World War II. forward to your visit in the city of Pilsen and, of course, Patton Memorial Pilsen.
So I would like to thank our presenters for giving us a glimpse.
Welcome to the Patton
of.
Memorial.
Okay. Yes, let's please. I'm sorry, I've been messing with the camera and with the slide. So let's put up the slide for the Zoom link, if you don't mind, Radka. Can you do it, please? And I would like to thank all our presenters for giving us a glimpse of what Pilsen is like. I think you have seen everything from the architecture through some amazing celebrations, and through some amazing museums. You see that the connection between Pilsen and the United States, it's really strong. And we have been promoting the freedom celebrations here in the US pretty heavily, especially last year, because it was a big anniversary after the end of the World War II. And we had a few fam trips lined up, including press trips. Unfortunately, we had to cancel them due to COVID, but we will definitely do them again as soon as the borders open. Right now, we are open for some Q&A, but I see that the questions that were asked throughout the presentations were mostly answered. So if there are no more questions, we could really jump to Pilsen. You can see the slide on the screen, which gives you the ID for the Zoom meeting and the passcode, which can be very easily remembered. The password is beer. So what I would suggest right now, you can leave the TA Connect platform open, because we will eventually come back. For those of you who want to come back and have questions afterwards, we will be here. So you can leave the TA Connect platform open and open up your Zoom and log in to this Zoom meeting. And you will be virtually transferred to the city of Plzeň, and you will be transferred to the brewery and taken to a small tour. So we hope you enjoyed this brief introduction. We cannot wait to welcome you all in person. And please, let's try to go to Plzeň now virtually. So for now, I say goodbye. And as I said, we will be here after the virtual tour again. So let's just try to switch all to the Zoom meeting now. Thank you.